What's up everyone, welcome back to another What If video. Last time, we covered the ending of the Cell Saga and the beginning of the Buu Saga. With all the changes that have happened so far, the Buu Saga is shaping up to be a completely different arc. For this video, let's say I let go of 3,000 likes, and once we hit that, I'll continue with another part. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Following the Majin servants, the group is eventually able to arrive at Babidi's ship, and it's clear that Babidi is outmatched right now. The group watches carefully, they feel like they have an advantage right now, and they don't want to blow that. Babidi's crew is kinda weak compared to them, and just as Babidi is starting to realize, they didn't actually get any energy from anyone, since Bardock was able to steal it back, smart move by him. Babidi is angered and panicking, and his best line of defense right now is Deborah. They call out the group knowing that they're there watching. Babidi's gonna have to really use his magic to try and protect him right now. Deborah is able to coax the group out, and they're all prepared to fight him together. Just as everyone's about to attack together to kill Deborah, most of the group suddenly vanishes. In order to gather some energy and save Deborah, Babidi scattered everyone around. Some ended up inside the ship, some ended up back at the tournament, while Bardock, Kid Buu, and Piccolo are the ones left outside. While Bardock's group tries to fight Deborah, Goku's part of a group inside the ship and they try to take everyone down inside. Ruta is easily able to kill Pui, while Goku kills Yakon pretty much the same way he did in the canon story. They quickly keep heading down the ship, but it seems like they're not making any progress. As soon as they get to another level, they end up back at the same one they started at. Babidi is manipulating the ship, making it like an infinite ladder. Imagine that staircase in Mario 64, pretty much like that applied to this ship. For now he's essentially just biding his time, trying to figure out what he can do to try and counter this. But after thinking for a bit, he ends up coming up with an idea. Get more servants! He searches around and finds two potential people he could possess. One is Vegeta, who's probably the easiest target for Babidi. With all the bad emotions bubbling up within him, Babidi can easily exploit him. He was one of the people teleported back to the tournament, alongside Raditz. And Raditz would most likely be another good target for Babidi. Just like the canon version of Vegeta, Raditz is a good person by now, but some of that malice still exists within him, and although it's a little bit harder than Vegeta, Babidi still can exploit that malice. First, he goes after Vegeta, easily being able to get into his mind and possess him. Everyone at the tournament watches in horror, as Vegeta screams in agony and begins transforming. After him, the same happens to Raditz, with Vegeta talking to him while it's happening. While people at the tournament are trying to talk to Raditz and help him, Vegeta instead is trying to encourage him. Not that he really needed the encouragement, Babidi is still able to possess him, and the two, once again, work together as malicious Saiyan allies. Just as Bardock is able to kill Deborah, his group and the one in the ship are teleported away. Babidi is actively teleporting everyone right now, just to annoy them and get the right matchups. This Bardock fellow is really strong. So is Goku, but he can't have two of them together at once. Bardock and Vegeta are teleported into a wasteland, with Raditz and Goku teleported to another one. Everyone else is sent to the World Tournament, trying to figure out what happened. Vegeta's target right now is Bardock, while Raditz's target is Goku. Babidi carefully selected these matchups. He knew these two had a malice towards the other. Bardock versus Raditz wouldn't work, since Raditz would probably still have a soft spot for him. Goku versus Vegeta could have worked, but that leaves no one powerful enough to match Raditz. Everyone at the tournament is confused, but they quickly realize what's happening, and they realize they need to stop the fights. So, the best option right now is to split up. Piccolo, Kid Buu, and Gohan go to help Goku, while Shin, Ruta, and 17 go to help Bardock. Everyone else stays back at the tournament to make sure the spectators are safe. Vegeta begins the fight with a powerful attack, catching Bardock off guard. He wants Bardock to fight without using his spirit techniques, so they can make it fair. He's had enough of Bardock talking down to him. Vegeta has finally surpassed him in terms of power. Bardock's in a pretty hard spot here. If he draws out the fight by fighting normally, that means Babidi gets energy. But he's cautious, because if he tries to steal Vegeta's energy, Babidi may just steal it from him somehow once it's out of Vegeta. That would be the easiest way to defeat Vegeta, but there's more risk to it. So, Bardock sticks with a normal fight for now. Maybe, somehow, he could still knock Vegeta out. With both in Super Saiyan 2, they are around even. However, Vegeta has a slight edge, and Bardock is still holding back somewhat, trying not to give off more energy. And of course, the fight has only just begun, so Bardock's not going to be going full power right away. He needs to gauge Vegeta first. If Bardock's not going to go full power, Vegeta will force him to. He charges up a powerful final flash and launches it at Bardock. Bardock braces himself, also trying to use spirit control to see if he could divert the beam anyhow, but the beam ends up connecting with him. Or at least, it hits something. Just as soon as the fight started, someone's already intervened. Vegeta feels the beam connect and he laughs. But as the light dissipates, he sees something forming around Bardock. There's a green barrier of sorts. And Vegeta quickly realizes what just happened. Using instant transmission, Ruta teleported there with 17, looking to help. And 17 quickly threw up a barrier trying to help Bardock. with Ruta also throwing up a barrier of her own. It's a pretty useful technique that she picked up from 17. Bardock thanks him for helping, and he tells Vegeta flat out, they could fight some other time. He doesn't care about some petty duel now, they have bigger problems at hand. This only further angers Vegeta. Not only is Bardock refusing to fight, but he also has help now. In his anger, Vegeta tries to attack Shin, the weakest of the group. But once again, Ruta and 17 are able to work together, throwing up barriers to protect the Supreme Kai. This was a stupid move by Vegeta because it leaves him open for Bardock to attack, which Bardock takes the opportunity. And just as soon as Bardock attacks, 17 and Ruta attack too, also trying to encapsulate Vegeta in these barriers. Their combined power allows them to stop Vegeta, leaving him unconscious. This could have easily been prevented if Babidi teleported them out of there, so why didn't he? Well, this is what happens from Babidi splitting his attention. By separating the fights, this allowed the group to come up with a plan. When Gohan's group left to help Goku, they had Kibito teleport them to Goku's fight, and as soon as they got there, they told Kibito to teleport everyone, including Goku and Raditz, back to Babidi's ship. Just at the outside though. This put Babidi's guard up, as he watched the outside making sure they didn't get in, because that's what he thought was going to happen. He was too focused on that fight, and tried teleporting everyone away, which left Vegeta defenseless. All the while, Raditz still faces Goku, not distracted by the teleporting. He's set on killing his brother, as Goku tries to talk him out of it. Raditz seriously can't feel the need to kill him right now, right? Raditz doesn't care, and continues fighting his brother. This fight is also very even, except Raditz does have a slight advantage, but not enough to make a difference because Goku outshines him in terms of technique. Suddenly, Bardock's group teleports in, with a subdued and unconscious Vegeta trapped inside multiple barriers. Their group decides to go right for Babidi, as Piccolo and Gohan try to intervene helping Goku fight Raditz. Raditz has serious deja vu from this, not only because he's fighting the same people once more, but because he loses again. With Majin Raditz and Majin Vegeta unconscious, the group descends once again on Babidi, and all seems lost for him. Thinking on his feet, he quickly teleports next to the unconscious Vegeta and Raditz, breaking the barriers around them and then putting them in his own shield. With an energy draining device, he stabs both of them, taking all their energy and leaving them gravely injured, teleporting back into his ship. They're badly hurt, but their Majin seal is gone. Babidi leaves them for dead, no longer having any use for them. But thankfully, Bardock, Kibito, and Ruta rush over to heal them. Good thing they have multiple healers on the team. Kibito does the job and tells the other two to save their energy. He has a bad feeling that they'll need as much as they can. Vegeta and Raditz wake up bitter, both disappointed in what they did, and having mixed feelings about the whole thing. They're also a little bit woozy right now. But they can't focus on that right now because Babidi is the main issue, and they suddenly sense a huge spike in power somewhere. It's too late. With this little bit of energy he stole from Vegeta and Raditz, Babidi was able to finish Buu's revival. And far away, they could sense Babidi sicking him on cities, killing people and destroying places as soon as he's awoken. Most of the group is terrified by Majin Buu's power, but Bardock feels like this is good. He has an idea. They had to stay away from taking energy before, but now they're free to do whatever they want. Ruta realizes this too. And now that she actually has some control over her spirit fission, she and Bardock can work together to defeat Buu. So she and Bardock immediately teleport to the city where Buu is, with the rest of the group reluctantly following, ready to fight just in case. This is a risky move, but it seems like Bardock has a good plan. And just as soon as they get there, Raditz decides to launch a massive blast to kill Babidi, as payback and penance for his actions. Although, Buu easily blocks it, being controlled by Babidi. While it didn't have the intended effect of killing Babidi, it still worked as a distraction for Buu, leaving him open for Bardock to steal some of his energy. He and Ruta start taking Buu's energy, but Babidi is smart enough to see through this, and tells Buu to focus on attacking those two. He splits himself into multiple clones, just to hold the others off, and to attack Bardock and Ruta at the same time. They're slowly weakening the Majin, but then they suddenly begin to realize something. As they're trying to use spirit fission, they already sent someone within Buu. This is just like Cell before, they were able to separate the people within him, so maybe they can do the same to Buu, and it could weaken him. Coordinating, the two do this. Buu suddenly stops attacking everyone and starts feeling a weird feeling in his stomach. His stomach explodes open as two people fly out of him. Shin's jaw immediately drops to the floor. Bardock and Ruta just freed the Grand Supreme Kai and the South Supreme Kai, who are unconscious but quickly healed by Kibito. Bardock doesn't know what he just did and who these people are, but it seemed to weaken Buu, and he's starting to transform into something else. The two Kais are also pretty confused, but they see Shin, who's glad to see them and catches them up to speed. I mean, they have missed millions of years worth of events, but he catches them up about what's happening right now. He'll explain the rest later. Babidi looks terrified as Buu begins transforming, slowly reverting into Kid Buu. Babidi remembers that even Babidi had a hard time controlling Kid Buu, and it's probably going to be even harder for him. Babidi tries to command him, but Kid Buu is angered by this, immediately turning around and incinerating Babidi. The group watches in confusion, but the Kais all butt in and say what's happening. They've restored Fat Buu to Kid Buu, the incarnation of pure evil. He's completely unhinged and uncontrollable, and the group immediately sees what the Kais mean as Buu tries to blow up Earth. Thankfully, with so many fighters there, they're able to defend against it and outmaneuver Kid Buu. But they're shocked to see that he's not even holding back his power. Normally whenever they fight someone, they have to control their ki to a level so that they don't destroy Earth. But Kid Buu's not doing that at all. The Kais tell everyone to retreat, but the group is confident. They do overpower and outnumber Kid Buu after all. Ruta, wanting to take charge, is the first one to jump into attack, laying a hit on Kid Buu so she could slowly siphon energy from him without him noticing. Good thinking on her part. Goku and 17 join in to make sure she'll be fine, with Bardock and Raditz following. The rest of the group stays back to protect the Kais. Since Kid Buu might go after them, it's good to have powerhouses like Gohan and Vegeta protecting them. Also, they're protecting Earth in case Buu tries to blow it up again. Buu keeps regenerating from the attacks, but he also keeps weakening. Ruta's spirit fission is working. Buu isn't able to stop it or even take notice of it. But still, it's not enough. They're gonna need a really strong attack. So, Goku tells the rest of the group to hold Buu off, as he slowly flies back and lifts his hands up into the sky. Bardock, Ruta, 17, and Raditz hold off Buu, while everyone on the ground lifts their hands up, granting energy to Goku as he prepares a spirit bomb. The group fighting Buu leads him up into the sky, so Goku can aim upwards and not towards Earth. Buu notices the spirit bomb, but he doesn't care. And also he can't intervene because he's fighting 4 people right now. Those 4 fighters all lift their hands up and lend more energy to Goku. And while there's not a lot of people lending energy, a lot of the life on Earth is. The plants, the animal, the planet itself. The spirit bomb is charging slowly but surely, but it still needs one final push. Ruta, who's been stealing Buu's energy, lifts her arm up once more, lending all of her energy to the bomb, plus granting all the energy she siphoned from Buu, no longer concealing the fact that she's draining his energy. Angered, Buu decides to go after her specifically, but then crashes into something and is disoriented. He hit his head really bad on something, but as he recollects himself he sees 17 in front of Ruta, with a row of shields. 17 won't let Buu get to her. Angrily, Buu tries to smash the shields, but behind him, Bardock and Raditz then deliver kicks together, which sends Buu flying upwards into the sky. Running out of energy, Buu begins panting, somewhat panicked, and as a last resort, he charges up an attack once again and aims it towards Earth. But it's swallowed up into Goku's spirit bomb, as Ruta and Bardock try to redirect it. Goku yells out, the bomb is ready. Ironically, fueled by Buu's energy, he flings the bomb towards Buu, and Buu tries to push it back, but he can't. Everyone else helps Goku. They join in, pushing the spirit bomb, and Buu slowly starts to disintegrate. Everyone powers up to their maximum power, giving one final push. And it's more than enough. The bomb erases every bit of Buu, quickly flying off into space, careening out of the atmosphere, and then turning into a massive explosion that thankfully doesn't collide with any other body in the solar system. They don't want the moon to blow up again after all. Blue particles fall from the sky as remains of the spirit bomb, and the Kais look in astonishment. They thank Shin for his great work finding these people, but Shin tells him to thank the mortals. It's a shame that West and North Supreme Kai aren't alive, but they got payback at least, and 2 of the Kais got saved. Grand Supreme Kai uses magic to heal everyone instantly, even faster than the Yardrat students or Kibito could heal. To extend his gratitude, he offers to train any of these mortals if they'd like. Most of them do have families and responsibilities though, so all of them decline, but they thank him for his offer. Well, all but one of them decline. One of these fighters does not fall into that category. Grand Supreme Kai is surprised they didn't notice before. There's an Namekian on this planet. It's Piccolo, the one person to step up and take the offer. The Saiyans are so far ahead of him right now, and this may be the perfect opportunity to catch up. Plus, with Kami fused into him, he may as well pay respect to the gods and respect Kami's name. He's also able to tell they're 2 Kai short because 2 of the directions are missing. If they'd like, he could show them how to bring them back to life by leading them to Namek. They will definitely consider this. The invite is open, so anyone can come and train if they want, but they are still glad that Piccolo joined. This should be fun. The 4 Kais teleport away, thankful and happy, telling everyone they're grateful for what they did, with Piccolo also saying a temporary farewell to everyone. They teleport off to the sacred world of Kais. The Dragon team is able to gather the Dragon Balls and restore all the damage that's been done, and it's a shame they couldn't have a tournament, but they saved Earth, so it's all good. Everyone decides to return home. It's a little awkward for Vegeta, but he apologizes for his actions, as does Raditz. Funny enough, this is the first time Raditz and Vegeta work together in a while, and they shared the same experience, so hopefully they can bond over it somehow. Bardock, Raditz, Goku, and Gohan go home, joining Gine, Goten, Ox King, and Chi-Chi back at the house. Ruta and 17 return to Monster Island with 16, as Vegeta and the humans also go to their respective homes. The group says their temporary farewells, but of course, this isn't the last time they'll see each other. They're always in contact, and there's always more fights to be fought. There is a looming threat somewhere out there in space about to come to Earth. But with this temporary goodbye, we'll save that for the next part. So what did you think about this part? What do you think will happen next time? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And once we hit that like goal, I'll continue with another part to this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon to get notified about any future parts of this What If, or any other videos that I upload on my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.